OMG, welcome back to my channel. So excited that you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. It's Jody Dunn, and I'm coming at you with my weekly video this week, and we are in the kitchen. I've filmed a lot of kitchen videos. There are a few kitchen cupboards that I have not gotten to declutter, and I want to do some rearranging of some things in my kitchen. So that's what today's video is going to be. If you are new and you just found me, I am so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me down in the comments and let me know that you are new? I would love to welcome you to the channel. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. I appreciate you so much. I would love to hear any projects that you are currently working on in your house. So my kitchen has been driving me crazy, and I kind of got a plan together and kind of don't. I'm going to wing it a little bit, but I feel like when you're reorganizing things, sometimes that's just what you have to do to see how it functions for you and your family. Because you may do something totally different than what I'm going to do in your kitchen because that works for you. So anyways, we're going to try out a few things, but I'm in my spice cabinet because I have not decluttered my spice cabinet, nor have I cleaned it out or any of that. And you can see I keep my spices above my microwave. I have to get on a stepladder to get up here. It's not super convenient, so I'm going to see what I can do with this. I don't know if there's any place else I want to put my spices, but we're going to see. And because I haven't done this in a very long time, I know I'm going to find things that are expired. And just from past experience, I also know I'm going to get comments that tell me that expiration dates are simply a suggestion. And although I agree with that, look at how long it's been since I've been up here. This cabinet is filthy. I don't know what that red is. I'm guessing maybe some food coloring. Anyways, I agree with that to an extent. So if I find spices that are 4 years expired, 5 years expired, etc., I'm personally not comfortable using them, nor am I comfortable donating them. But if you are, then definitely go ahead and do that. But I know I'm going to find some things that are probably pretty old. And as I often do, I had grand plans and high hopes of what I wanted to accomplish in this video. And I just didn't accomplish everything, but it's okay. I accomplished a lot. And, you're going to see another kitchen video again. I got most of that red stain out, but not all of it. So I'm taking a magic eraser to it, which it is coming up somewhat. But it's also kind of pulling the finish off of the cabinet. So I don't know. I'm going to try the pink stuff, I think, and see if maybe this will work better. Who knows how long that's even been there. Probably the dye seeped right into the dang wood. I don't know. This is just my friendly reminder to myself. Make sure you clean out your spice cabinet more often in case something spills. So I got the pink stuff and I don't know if this is the scrub mommy or the scrub daddy. Again, it's lightening it a teeny bit. I'm going back in with the magic eraser, but it's really just pulling the finish off more than anything. All right, I got all my spices out of the cabinet. I normally, when I declutter and things, I don't like to pull everything out, but that cabinet needed to be cleaned really bad. So, of course, you got to pull everything out to clean it. And I knew I had to go through all of the spices to see what was still good and what was not. 2002. Wow. 2002? Oh, look at this one. I found a spice that expired 20 years ago. Oh my gosh. Now, mind you, we have only been in this house for 12 years, which means I packed it up while it was already expired and brought it to the new house. Oh my gosh. I'm not keeping it and I'm not donating it. It is going in the trash. I found one that expired in 2015, I think. Like, they are years expired. So any of the ones that I am pitching are years expired. I have some cinnamon that expired. It's getting close to a year. I'm still using that one because we've been using it and it's been fine. But any of them that are over like 3-4 years, like I said, and 20 years, just not comfortable with. That's my homemade vanilla. I made it in June, so I'm hoping I can start using it in maybe December, but I know they say the longer you let it sit, the better it is. I was hoping it would fit in that cabinet. That cabinet is so short, hardly anything fits in there. That's why I use my why I use it as my spice cabinet. Now, I did order a little spice organizer, thinking that this might be better. I did measure it to make sure it would fit in there, but I just didn't do the measuring good. And to be honest, as soon as I pulled the things off again, I was going to try to make it shorter, which it doesn't go any shorter than this, but it does go taller. One of the brackets broke just from pulling it off. And so anyways, this baby is not going to get used. It's going to get packed right back up and sent back to Amazon where I bought it from. See, like the back of it, you can just see it come right up because it broke when I took it apart. I think it is absolutely beautiful. My daughter actually did this where she got like all matching spice jars. She put the labels on them. She decanted them. It looks gorgeous. I'm not doing it. I just don't want to do it. I just have a lot of struggles with taking things out of their original package if it doesn't make sense to me and putting it in a new package. Sometimes I do think it is beneficial, but I'm just not going to do it for these. Now, I do love me some Lazy Susans or some turntables. So I did order a couple for my kitchen and I'm trying them in my spice cabinet area. The only thing with Lazy Susans is sometimes they do take up more room than what it is worth. And I'm finding that to be the case because this cabinet is just so gosh dang small. And losing space would not be so much of an issue if it made it more convenient because they turn and you can see things, but it won't matter. I'm so short, I got to get on something to get up there anyway. So even having them be able to turn, I'm still going to have to get on a step ladder. All right, we're moving on to the cupboards above my refrigerator, which I have not gone through yet. And they are jam-packed full of I don't even know what. And again, you know, when you're short, if you're a short person, you understand this. I'm 5'2". You want to utilize all of your cupboards in your kitchen, but there are going to be areas that you simply cannot reach. So my goal is hopefully I can utilize my upper cabinets that I have trouble reaching with things that I don't need to get to often. That's going to be my goal. And just like I did with the spice cabinet, I am going to pull everything out of here because I don't even know what is in here. And I mean, I already have a couple things sitting on top of the refrigerator that are like super duper old Christmas candy, like Lifesaver packs. So I know I'm going to find a lot of things in here that just need to be trashed. And since I can't even reach up here without getting on a stepladder, it's my husband that shoves stuff up here. I should have thrown it away before you saw it.
Why would you throw it away? They're perfectly usable.
Okay, those are pretty cute.
I'll make you some.
Oh, you'll make me some? Great, thank you. There's your Donna Jean appearance. So if you were here for last week's video, then you know that my stepfather passed away. And we had his funeral last week, and that's part of the reason why I didn't get as much accomplished in this kitchen as I wanted to get accomplished in this week's video. But it was just way more important for me to be with my mom and help her with planning and all of those other things. And Donna Jean got sick again. So this was during the day one day. She was home from school. I had taken her to the doctor. She tested negative for COVID, which I didn't figure she had COVID since her and I just got over it a few weeks ago. Negative for strep, negative for influenza. The doctor's like, there's just, some weird viruses like rhinovirus and that's like the common cold basically. Anyways, she was home with me. Okay, one thing I'm rearranging, when I bought these plates from Falsgraf, which I love, I bought big plates and smaller plates. We don't use the big plates all that often. So I'm actually going to put them in this cupboard. Again, I'm trying to put things that I want to keep, but that I don't use daily in the higher cabinets. And then I'm going to move the smaller plates down. If you have cabinets like mine, which I don't think a lot of people do because I get a lot of comments. I'll try to remember to show you a close-up. They have clips in them. And basically, you have to be careful how much weight you keep on the shelves that have the clips because they can break. But I've watched a couple of YouTube videos of how to remove the clips. Of course, on video, it makes it look super easy. I can't get the dang things off. And I have had a couple people that do have cabinets like mine that have the clips in the, I've lost my words for a second. Does that ever happen to you? Anyways, on the shelves. And basically have told me the only way I could get the shelf off was to break the clip. The clips are not super expensive to replace from what I understand. However, I don't have any. So like a lot of times I'll get comments like, you should move, your shelves are adjustable, you should move them around. Well, you haven't been in my kitchen and haven't tried to remove them. I can't get the dang things off. I've watched videos. I've tried several times. I can't get them off. So right now, it's just not a priority for me to move any of the shelves around. But I do try to watch how much weight I have on the ones with the clips. So these cabinets above my refrigerator don't have the clips because they don't have any shelves. They're just one big cabinet. So putting the plates up there will help to make sure that the other clips don't get broken. Oh, my bingo daubers from my bingo days. Who played bingo? I want to know. I used to love bingo. They're probably all dried up. And this darn cupboard, they put like dividers in there, which I think it's a neat idea. I don't really like it though. And I can remove the dividers out, but unfortunately, like the tracking for the dividers, I'm thinking it's glued to the top and bottom of the cabinet. I don't know. I love that we keep empty buckets for I don't know what reason. But I will say the tongs are my favorite tool. I use these way more for reaching for things that I cannot reach than I do for cooking. Let me know if you use tongs to reach things as well. So one of my plans was to move some things up to this cabinet and put them in bins. Unfortunately, because of the way this cabinet is, like I said, I can pull the dividers out. That's no issue. But the bins won't sit, the bigger ones that I want to use won't sit here because of the tracking down there. I'm not going to mess with trying to figure out how to get it up. I think it's glued. It might even be screwed down. I'm not positive. You better put that in.
The cabinet downstairs?
Oh, yeah, you could put it in one of the side cabinets.
That's where I thought it was.
Oh, Lord.
Look at my art.
Aww, you cute little art. All right, who thinks we should try these expired candy canes?
Me.
Because I bet they're still good.
How expired are they?
Not very.
Just last year.
They only expired in February.
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's probably.
Oh, no, no, never mind.
Yeah.
They expired in February of 2021.
Mal tries them first.
I'll try them first. Let's see.
How's your back feeling?
A little better.
What in the world is this? Easter eggs. We need to do an Easter egg hunt next year.
That sounds stale.
Well, she bit them.
Well, you know I always bite them.
Oh yeah, that's not right. Right.
They're a little stale, but not bad. They're so good.
I'm not gonna eat them.
Why not, baby?
Why do we have fishing stuff?
2 boxes of expired candy canes. They're like 18 months expired. I still ate a few of them, but then I threw them away because they were kind of like gummy, gummy tasting instead of crunchy. All right, all like the seasonal stuff that I found up there. Some Easter eggs, some fireworks, and I've got like some pumpkin carving stuff. I'm going to put all of that in one bin. I'm not going to separate it into separate bins. I'm just going to put it in one bin. What do you think will happen?
You'll die.
Well, this one expired in 2018. Here you go. Candy canes definitely last past expiration. It's very flavorful, but it's not as crunchy as if it weren't expired. I had trouble biting it. Why would you say that, Donna?
Wait, I want to stamp some.
That one's not really working. Oh, that one works. You're going to go play bingo with me. You have to be 18.
Oh, why?
Because it's gambling. Don't shake it up like that. You're going to get stuff all over.
You're not supposed to shake them?
Well, yeah. See how much comes out when you shake them?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I guess these are still good, except for one.
Except for 2.
Not my green one. Oh, the green one's working. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Maybe your dad and I shall go play bingo soon. And some tape. Okay.
In a first aid kit.
So with cleaning out those 2 cupboards full of stuff, my kitchen is a complete disaster. But that's just part of the process. I'm going to get everything taken care of. And you saw me try to put all of the light bulbs in that one plastic bin, and I was going to put it up in the cabinet with the plates. And then the bin just took up the whole dang cupboard. So I just ended up putting the light bulbs just back, not in a bin. And I'm back into my spice cabinet again. I'm going to, I took one of them out because I moved the plates from this cabinet here. I created some space. So I'm going to take one of those turntables for the spices that I use most often, and I'm going to put it there because I can easily reach those, so I won't have to get on a stepladder. The spices that I might not use all that often, I'm going to leave up in the spice cabinet. And then I'm going to clear out a couple of things from this cabinet, like my baking soda, and I'm going to put that up in the spice cabinet. I'm trying to keep all like together, but I'm also trying to make it more functional in this kitchen. So I am going to have 2 separate spots that have, you know, the traditional spices. And then another thing I had over in that cupboard, which you can't see me because I did terrible camera work here, was coffee. We don't drink coffee in the house, but I do have coffee in the house in case we have any guests that want it. So since that's not an item that gets used daily,
And
I'm going
since
to move
I
that
freed
up
up
here
some
as well.
space in the pantry area, I'm going to go ahead and take one of those turntables that I originally had up in the spice cabinet, and I'm going to use it for some things in here. Basically, like the items that, like oils and things like that, this is the only place that I can fit them in my kitchen as far as space goes. The height of the cupboard allows, they won't fit in any other cupboard. So anyways, this will make it nice where I can see everything. I can turn, instead of what I was doing before, I just had them all stacked in there, and then if I needed like an oil and something was in front of it, I would have to move things. So this will just make it easier. And like I said in the beginning of the video, like I'm just testing some things out here. I'm shaking up my vanilla because you're supposed to shake it up every now and again. It's so much darker than it was. Let me know if you make homemade vanilla. Anyways, I'm just testing out to see what's going to work. And I walked upstairs, so I thought I would give you a quick Tom break. Are you supposed to be in here, Thomas? You little stinker. I love you. I love you in your belly. Yes, I do. A couple days ago, my husband found a cat toy in the crib. He took one of his toys and put it up in the crib. He loves that dang crib. Oh, heavens. All right. I have to clean out my utensil drawer. It is out of control right now. And I decided, again, I'm just trying to make things a little bit more functional in my kitchen. My measuring cups and spoons, they take up a lot of room in a drawer. Even if you stack them together and put them upside down, they still take up a lot of room. And so I got this little organizer to put in this space because it's space that's not being utilized. So I'm going to utilize it. And I ended up treating myself to a new set of measuring spoons and cups. I don't have a half of a cup measuring cup. I don't know where it went. And I don't know about you, but when I do bake, I find that sometimes I wish I had an extra set. So aren't these just beautiful? I love them. Of course, I love green. They came in other colors as well, but I got both the hanging shelf that just sticks right on to the area you want it to. And I got this spoon and measuring cup set from Amazon. I'll link them below if you are in the market for anything like this. And I need to wash them. I just wanted to see if they were going to fit up there. Actually, the organizer, the utility organizer that I ordered came in a set of 2. I was thinking I would be able to use 2 of them on the door, but I wasn't factoring how far down the actual measuring cups would hang down, so I was only able to fit 1, but that's fine. All right, now we got to organize this drawer again. I organized this over 6 months ago, but I added a few things to it. I got like some Christmas gifts. My mom's always buying me stuff for the kitchen. I told you guys in last week's video, my stepdad owned a restaurant. So my mom is an amazing cook. My stepdad was absolutely an amazing cook. And they have so many kitchen utensils, pots and pans, just anything you could think of. And so whenever my mom comes over, if she opens up like a drawer and she's like, well, where is this? Or how come you don't have 2 of these? Because I guess she thinks everybody's supposed to have a kitchen like hers that has restaurant quality and quantity of kitchen utensils. So she ends up buying me something for Christmas. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and reorganize this. It will help a ton moving any of the measuring cups out of here. And I got these bamboo drawer dividers when I first organized this drawer months ago. I love them so much. I will link them down in the description box. They are so helpful for organizing drawers. So basically my plan for this drawer was to get anything out of here that I don't use regularly. There are a few kitchen utensils that I don't want to give up, but I just don't use them all that often. And they were just taking up too much space in this drawer. And I want this drawer, just when I open it, not only to look nice, but where I can see everything and reach the things that I need to reach on a daily basis. And all the areas that I've rearranged and things like that, I'm going to be showing you the before and afters very soon. So these are what I had for measuring cups and spoons. And then these are all the utensils. Like I've got a rolling pin that I don't want to get rid of, a baster, a garlic press. I just don't use these things every day. So I'm going to put these in another area. And then these set of tongs are broken. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those. So I'm not actually getting rid of anything that was in this drawer. I'm just moving it around to make it make more sense and be functional. So this drawer right here, I hardly ever use. It only has it actually has the weight from my grandfather clock that I put in here because it broke, because I don't want to lose it. But other than that, it doesn't really have anything in here. So I'm just going to put these utensils in there. And I am going to keep 2 sets of measuring spoons, and then I wanted to keep my other set of measuring cups. So I just got some S-hooks to put on this utensil holder here. It definitely looks prettier just having this set up here, but I'm always going for function over aesthetic. If I can get the aesthetic as well, that's just a bonus. But this is where I'm going to keep all of my measuring cups and spoons. As I've gone through and started decorating in my house, man, it just makes an area feel homey and personalized. I don't have any decorating in my kitchen. I'm trying to move things off of the counter as much as possible. And oh boy, I did not realize I'm going to put a paper. Oh, look at that. I left my phone for a second and Donna Jean hijacked my phone. I am going to put my paper towel holder. I got a new one that will stick above, or it will stick on whatever you put it on. I'm going to stick it under my cabinet. So of course I cleaned it first. I had no idea it was going to be so dirty underneath my cabinets. I guess now that is something I need to put on my list for deep cleaning. To get this off of my counter, I want to do a little teeny bit of decorating in my kitchen, and I just want to move some things off of the counter if I can. Decorating is not happening in today's video. In today's video, I'm just trying to rearrange some things to see if I can make them work better. So there you go. I got my paper towel off of the counter. And of course, Donna Jean had to come over and touch it and see it and all those things. I have this little area over here on my pantry wall. I got a great suggestion on one video to make this kind of like a command center. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help free up some counter space on my regular counters that we use all the time. And I'm going to get this cleaned off. I've got a bunch of stuff sitting up here. I have some donations that I need to take to the Humane Society that have been sitting here for far too long. That's why I usually have the rule of getting them out the same day. If I put them in my car, I'll forget about them even more. But I've been leaving those sit for far too long. So we're going to get those out of the house today. And I'm just going to clear off everything from this little area over here because I know it needs to be cleaned desperately. Hasn't been cleaned in a while because it was filled with junk. And yes, it is super duper dusty over here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today as I've been going through and trying to figure things out in my kitchen and reorganizing some areas and all of that good stuff. As I told you in the beginning, I would love to hear any projects that you are currently working on in your house. I literally get so excited for you guys when I hear what you're doing. I don't care if it's you decluttered one drawer and it just feels better now because that is a big accomplishment, or if you're getting new floors or remodeling or anything like that. Definitely feel free to share it with me. All right, if you've been with me for a while, then you've seen this basket over on my counter by my sink. This is kind of like, I don't know, I'm not getting rid of this basket. It's like the basket where I put things that I don't want to do something with right this minute, but I might have to do something with it at some point. Like if I do get a paper bill in the mail, which I don't get very many, or paperwork from school, or I've got some of my couponing things in here because I'm an extreme couponer. I have another channel where I teach people how to coupon. So anyways, I'm going to move this over here onto the new command center. And I did get a new basket, which I actually thought I wasn't going to use because it's a little bit smaller, but I decided, you know what, Jody, let's go ahead and give it a try, because when you have bigger baskets, you tend to put more things in those baskets. So I'm going to try a smaller basket, and plus it's cuter and just looks better. But mainly I wanted to try the smaller basket to see if I can, maybe it will make me go through and declutter this more often, because sometimes I will let it set for a couple of months. And you can see I'm on the phone. Yes, we still have a landline. My mom called me on my landline, so I'm multitasking. I'm chatting with her while I'm trying to finish up my kitchen. And I did just declutter this, and look at this huge pile here that is going to recycling. And I actually have some cord hiders in the house. I'm not going to use a cord hider for the phone, but I don't like the way that it just hangs down. So I am going to tape it right up here. So at least it's kind of flush with the wall and not dangling. And this is a perfect place for a little command center, basically, because whenever my husband gets home from work, like that's where he puts his keys, his wallet, you know, all of that stuff. And I do have the basket that I got, that I already put up there, came in a set of 2. I think I got it from Amazon. If I did, I'll link it. I can't remember where I got it. Anyways, there's going to be clutter in that area, but it's, you know, stuff we use every day. And if you can put something in more of a contained area, it just looks a little better than things just sitting scattered all over the counter. So hopefully my husband will put his keys and things like that in there instead of setting them on the counter. We'll see how it works. Well, not the keys, because we actually have hooks for the keys. We put those up a few months ago and they work fantastic, just from like command strip. But hopefully he'll put his wallet in there. All right, I am going to hang one picture. I bought this shadow box recently because a dear friend sent me such a beautiful gift. I just mentioned my couponing channel. You know, social media is so fantastic. YouTube is so fantastic. You get to build relationships with people that probably you'll never, ever meet in your lifetime. But I have made so many friends through my couponing channel. And my beautiful, kind friend artist sent me, it's actually a kitchen towel. And I just loved it so much. She said that she was out one day and this made her think of me. And so it's very special to me. She sent it to me months ago. And I knew I wanted to put it up somewhere in the kitchen, but I didn't want to use it because it's just too special to me to use it. I want to preserve it. So I put it in a shadow box and I am finally hanging it up. And it looks just beautiful here. It's got a little spreading knife and it says spread the gratitude. I talk about gratitude often because it has changed my life. And now I will constantly be reminded to search for gratitude, and I'll be able to smile thinking about my dear friend artist. Thank you so much, artist. Okay, this is what I have that is getting out of the kitchen, the stuff I'm taking to the Humane Society for a donation. And then my paper towel holder and a couple of measuring spoons that I'm going to donate. All right, it's time to look at the changes that I made in the kitchen. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I sure do appreciate you. All right, so this was my spice cabinet before I got in here and got rid of all the expired ones. It was just kind of a mess and really not much organization in here. And now this is what it looks like. Way more organized, way more manageable. And I took basically the other side here and moved some things over there that we just don't use that often, like the coffee, because it is higher up. And then I took the spices out. Remember that I use more regularly. And oh, real life moment. I need to clean the top of my microwave. It's very dirty. Wow. I got to do some fall deep cleaning. This is going to have to be on the list. Anyways, this is that cabinet over there that I took the plates out of and then created some space for my everyday spices over here. And I can reach them without a step ladder. So yay. This was above my refrigerator, was jam-packed, full of a whole bunch of stuff that most of it got thrown away. And this is what it looks like now. I have the plates in here and our light bulbs, and that is all I have in this cabinet here. And then there is another cabinet right next to this. Well, it's the same cabinet, but it was jam-packed full as well of just a bunch of stuff and had no organization, a bunch of expired things in here. And now let's take a look at, it's totally empty. I just put my bingo daubers up here and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with this space. Not much in here donation worthy, but anything, I think I had about one full garbage bag from this kitchen declutter and reorganize, and just a few things for donation. This is what my kitchen utensil drawer was looking like before I got in here. I moved all my measuring cups and spoons and got some new ones down in the drawer, right down in the cabinet on the door right below that drawer. And this drawer looks so much better now and so much more organized. Although I didn't get to every cupboard and every drawer I wanted to today, it is already feeling so much better in my kitchen. And then I moved my paper towel from sitting on the counter to now hanging. So I created some counter space over here. And then next to my sink, I had that big basket of all my stuff. And I took it off there. The only thing that's left over here is the diffuser, which I just need to put that away because I haven't even been using it since most of y'all told me a lot of oils are dangerous to cats. So I haven't been diffusing any oils. But I have a blank counter space over here now. And lastly, I had this messy area over here that I turned into a little command center. And I put that picture up. Oh, I love how it turned out so much. It looks cute over here and it's functional. Thanks so much again for spending this time with me today. I'm going to see you again next week. Bye.